Hello, Formula One fans. Today we have two bombshells straight from behind the scenes of the most thrilling motorsport category. Let's start with what's shaking up the paddock at the United States Grand Prix. Red Bull is in the spotlight, but not for the reasons you might think. It seems that Zak Brown, the CEO of McLaren, has called for an FIA investigation, and it's causing quite a stir behind the scenes. And more. Right after that, we'll talk about the results of the sprint qualifying at the USGP, where Max Verstappen made a crucial move against Lando Norris. The title fight is heating up. Formula One news is buzzing, so don't waste time. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the Formula One updates. Just press the subscribe button below the video. It's quick, free, and doesn't require any registration. This is F1 Fastline News, your daily Formula One news channel. Let's get straight to it. Well, starting with that first story, Red Bull, who are already used to being in the spotlight for victories and their season dominance, now find themselves caught up in some backstage drama at the United States Grand Prix. Sky Sports F1 cameras captured exclusive footage of the team's engineers giving a live demonstration of a device installed in the car's cockpit to FIA delegates. The reason? A flood of unwanted attention from rival teams, all eyeing a potential illegal advantage. The entire issue revolves around a regulatory adjustment that ended up banning the use of a specific component. And which team found itself at the center of the storm? Yes, Red Bull. However, the Milton Keynes team has categorically denied that this device was used to illegally alter the car's ride height during parc fermé conditions. And there lies the core of the controversy. After the FIA's official announcement, Red Bull's engineers immediately demonstrated how the device works. This happened after the first free practice session, FP1, with FIA delegates present in their garage and, of course, the keen eyes of Sky Sports F1 journalist Ted Kravitz. Ted was visibly convinced after seeing how the device operates. According to him, the more I see how this device works, the more I believe Red Bull is being honest when they say they couldn't have used this illegally. Ted Kravitz goes further by mentioning that if the device were really used to tamper with the car's ride height in parc fermé, it would be easily detected by CCTV cameras or FIA inspectors. He also highlights that tampering with this device under these conditions would carry a big risk, as a scrutineer would surely notice something suspicious and report the incident to the FIA. But what really made this controversy explode was Zak Brown's stance. The McLaren CEO, during an interview with Sky Sports F1 before the first practice session, didn't hesitate to call for a thorough FIA investigation. He questioned whether or not Red Bull was using the device between qualifying and races, which would be a serious violation of parc fermé rules. Zak Brown was emphatic in saying, if you touch the car to gain any kind of performance advantage after parc fermé, that's a clear and material violation and should carry significant consequences. Brown also raised the point that if this type of device were truly harmless or had no impact on performance, it would be expected that other teams would use it as well. He questioned why only Red Bull chose to implement such a component, suggesting that the exclusivity of its use could indicate a significant technical advantage if allowed. For Brown, this discrepancy warrants a thorough investigation. As in Formula One, technical equality is essential to ensuring fairness in competition. McLaren is clearly keeping a close eye on any move that might give Red Bull an edge, especially as we head into the final stretch of the season, where every detail counts. Brown questioned the design of the device and why only Red Bull, out of the 10 teams, would adopt this solution. While he chose not to directly express his opinion on the legality of the part, he was firm in calling for the FIA to be extremely diligent in clarifying whether there was any wrongdoing. What does this mean for the rest of the season? Will Red Bull get out of this without any consequences? Stay tuned, because this is the kind of investigation that could have major repercussions, especially with rivals like McLaren demanding immediate action. Shifting gears, Max Verstappen once again proved why he's at the top of Formula One by securing pole position for the sprint race at the United States Grand Prix. The Dutch driver, with an impressive final lap in Saturday's shootout, clinched the top spot on the grid, leaving Lando Norris, his main rival in the title fight, back in a modest P4. Sprint qualifying kicked off with plenty of excitement and drama, especially for Oscar Piastri, who continues to struggle this weekend. A mistake while exceeding track limits at turn 19 cost him his final fast lap, relegating the McLaren driver to the back of the grid, outside the point zone for the sprint race. At the top of the timing charts, Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton showed competitive pace, closely followed by Verstappen and Norris. However, the story was different for other drivers, like Esteban Ocon, Alex Albon, and the two Sauber drivers, who were eliminated in SQ1. Sergio Perez, Verstappen's teammate, also didn't perform well. He was knocked out in the second part of sprint qualifying, which further fueled rumors about his future at Red Bull, especially with Yuki Tsunoda, rumored as a potential replacement for 2025, making it through to the final phase of the shootout. Along with Perez, both Aston Martin drivers, Liam Lawson and Pierre Gasly, were also eliminated in SQ2. On the other hand, Williams rookie Franco Colapinto impressed by securing a spot in the final part of qualifying. When the pressure was on during the decisive moment, Lando Norris couldn't mount a serious challenge to Verstappen. The Dutchman beat George Russell's time in the Mercedes, securing pole position for Saturday's sprint race. Speaking of Mercedes, the story could have been different for Lewis Hamilton. The seven-time world champion was in a good position to fight for pole in the sprint, but he was caught out by yellow flags on his final lap. According to Hamilton, these flags hampered his performance in the middle sector of the track as he tried to avoid Franco Colapinto's Williams, which had gone off track. Before the incident, Hamilton was 4/10 up on his teammate George Russell, who at that moment was the fastest driver. However, after the confusion with the yellow flags, the Brit lost significant time and ended up 7th on the sprint grid, more than half a second off Verstappen's time. Lewis commented on the incident. "It was just bad luck with the yellow flag. I was 4/10 faster." Asked if he believed pole had slipped away, Hamilton agreed, but saw the bright side, highlighting improvements in the Mercedes car. The good thing is the car has taken a step forward. The improvements Hamilton referred to are the updates Mercedes brought to the U.S. Grand Prix, including adjustments to the front wing, front suspension, and the floor of the W15. The Brit expressed gratitude for the team's tireless work to improve the car's performance. The updates clearly worked, and I'm very grateful to everyone at the factory for their hard work. It's been a tough battle for everyone, but we've managed to make the updates work. Although Hamilton was disappointed to miss out on sprint pole, he remained optimistic about his chances on Sunday. It's not the end of the world. We have another shot tomorrow. And now, with Verstappen starting from pole in the sprint and Norris in P4, anticipation is building for another thrilling chapter in the title battle. Will Norris be able to make up the lost ground and challenge Verstappen on Sunday? Or will we see yet another dominant display from the Red Bull driver? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. And of course, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Here we talk about Formula One without any fluff, with strong opinions and tons of information. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and join this passionate fan community. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and share it with your fellow Formula One enthusiasts. Let's grow this fan community together. See you next time, speeding towards victory.